When you are developing your thesis, mine is teaching is important. When you are starting to develop that, sometimes it's hard to come up with 3 quality reasons. Do you remember? We talked about that last year. 2 reasons are pretty easy. I think teaching is important because children are fun. I like to make kids smarter. So there's got to be a better way to say that. And then that 3rd reason, sometimes it's hard to think of those. So I'm going to have a chart and I'm going to slide it on our back writing bulletin board. These are some phrases that you could use to push your thinking. Sometimes you just need to write and get a whole bunch of stuff out, and then you can kind of mine that writing to figure out the best 3 reasons. Some phrases you can use are in other words, or I remember, that is to say, what surprises me about this. I think teaching is important. Let me show you how free writing would work. I think teaching is important because it affects every child. I can use one of my thinking phrases. It surprises me that some people don't think teaching is important. We talked about this the other day. What is the phrase that people use? Some people say those who can't, typo, those who can't teach. But I believe only the most patient and focused people can become teachers. Now, I'm talking about teachers, not so much teaching. So why is teaching important? Let me use another phrase. Let's see. One of the things that is important about teaching is that it is different every day. So it's one of those things that as I'm writing, I'm just grabbing a phrase or 2 off of my push my thinking chart, and then I just go ahead and I write a little bit more about what I think about teaching. And once I get a page full of information about teaching, I can kind of go back and go, okay, what in here is quality? What in here really shows what is what I feel is important about teaching? And then when I go back and look at all my writing, I can see and think about it and then realize, I think I do have some quality reasons that teaching is important. Teaching is important because it's fun to spend time with children, it's challenging, and it changes children's lives. Today, what we're going to try to do is we're just going to take a page and we are going to write. We're going to use some of our push our thinking phrases. We're going to take just our thesis, whatever thesis you choose, and you're going to write about it, saying an example of your thesis, one of the things you know, the important thing about your thesis, how this connects, things you see, because you're just going to try to get a lot of your thoughts and ideas about your thesis down in order to try to come up with those 3 real quality reasons. Make sense?